Okay, so welcome to this week's job, and it is taking out this absolutely lovely 6-foot bath. And when I say lovely, it's mainly because I would love this bath at home. So it's 1800, so nearly 6 foot, and 800 wide, which is, let's say, about 2 foot and a half, nearly 3 foot, isn't it? So I'm a big guy. I'm like a double XL at the top, and I could lie in this. I would love to lie in this for my back and for my knees after a long day's work. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, my brother's just come. My brother's 6'3". I'm 5'10", and he's even bigger than me. And he said, there's nothing wrong with that bath. It is a lovely bath, isn't it? And believe it or not, baths of this size are actually more expensive, because it could be close to £1,000 maybe just for the bath. I could be wrong, but I'd like to Google and see. I'll probably let people know as I'm taking things out, because I'm trying to give it to the missus at the moment. Do we need a bigger bath? So the story behind this, so we're in Kenilworth. The parents of the customer that I'm working for are elderly. They're in their late 80s. They can no longer look after themselves, and they are moving from Nottingham into this bungalow in Kenilworth. They can't have a bath because of their age. So we're putting a longer shower tray in. We're having a long 1800 anti-slip tray. Now the reason why we are going so long as well is because of the waste, but also it's time relevant, this job. Basically, they've chosen to move in the winter time. We've already told them off for doing so, but it's happening. We can't do nothing about it. So we are. Basically, we need to get this done by the end of the week because they're moving in pretty much next week. So that's where we're at with this now. They hate the tiles here. The mother, grandma, whatever, thinks it looks like a public toilet. We obviously can't do a lot, so we're gonna panel all the way around here. We've also got to chop and get rid of the shower that's in place, because dad or granddad has had cancer, so he can't have anything falling on top of his head. He's had some things done there. So we're going to have a long riser rail here, a seat for them to sit on, grab rails all the way around. So that's what we're doing. And wow, really, I need to stop making a video and I need to pull my finger out because we've got a lot going on. We've got Skip arriving shortly, and yeah, we've got delivery. So let's crack on with it. Okay, so some devastating news. They've fitted this bath very, very well. What they've done is they've put a piece of wood going all the way around, which is, so you can see that piece of wood there. And they've installed the bath down and siliconed it on, which is how I do baths and how it should be done. So what that does is it just stops movement anyway. And then they've tiled down to it. So I just can't shift this bath at all. I've tried everything, lowering the legs. It's now starting to crack. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to break it, which is a massive, massive shame. Considering, like I say, this bath, there's nothing wrong with it. We're just putting something else in, and hand on heart, I would have happily took this bath and put it in my garage. Yeah, what a shame. I'm still thinking at the minute, but absolute shame. We're approaching lunchtime, unfortunately, because I had to go somewhere else this morning, and so did Joe. So the idea is obviously to strip out today. So sitting here thinking about it, we're in our bath, and I think we've just got to do it, haven't we? Smash it. I've got my hammer there, and I'm just contemplating putting an hole through it. Anyway, I think let's get it done. Okay, so there she is. As you can see, we've had to cut the bath out to try and get it out. Massive, massive shame. I'm gutted with that because there was nothing wrong with it. It was a lovely big bath. You can see it's took up nearly all the room in the skip due to its size. Oh, anyway. Well, okay, so we're back on this job today. So unfortunately, we didn't come yesterday because a removal van came. So the the parents are in the property now, but so we've got the bath removed. I've chopped up the floor today because the waste comes around there, and I'm going to put the new rail in. But I guess so. This job's just turned absolutely chaotic. So we've got just room removal boxes everywhere. The garage is kind of just round that corner, but I've just had to kind of say I need this space because we were going to put an IKEA wardrobe in here, but you can see everywhere's being used at the minute because they're downsized. So yeah, we're struggling with space now. But anyways, that's progress so far. So yesterday we couldn't get in the property at all. There was a huge removals van, like I said, that turned up. So we went off and did something else. But this is what's going on behind the wall. So the bath was fitted really well, but this framework isn't. We're going to secure a bit more. Looks like they've had a leak as well from their niche or pigeonhole, whichever you want to call it. That was existing there. So yeah, again, we're going to now get the shower bar down to a position because we're going to. You'll see as we go along, rather than me telling you. Right. Well, sometimes with bathrooms you get problems, and this is one of them. So we were about to lay the tray, and I was peeling it off around the edges so we kind of keep the protection down overnight and let it go off. And then as I'm peeling it off, I noticed this line, and I'm thinking, what's that? And obviously that's the protection there that covers it, but you can see it goes all the way. It kind of disappears. Actually, the phone's picking it up quite well, but it disappears about there. Now, I've had the tape measure on it, and it is exactly halfway. So I don't know how the shower tray is made, but do they join it together? Is it a glue, or what? What the heck is that line? So annoyingly now, we can't carry on. We've mixed up a load of adhesive to put the shower tray down on, and we've had to get all that back up. We've just had to clean everything up. So now we've got to order a new tray. They don't keep this one in stock because of the size of it. So now we need to go off to other jobs to then come back. But what a nightmare. And now, like I say, the people are now in this property and they don't have a bath. Well, they don't have any washing facilities, but luckily they've moved close to where their daughter is and the family. But just seriously not what you want, especially like you say, when we're busy, we're trying to get organised, we're trying to get that a bit ahead, and we have a problem like that. Anyway, see you I don't know, in probably about 2 days, because we can't come here tomorrow now. Okay, so back on this job in Kenilworth today. So we finally got the shower tray delivered. I might as well tell you about that. So I think we're pretty much 3 or after 3 now, and so annoyingly we didn't want to risk it with this, and so previously we picked the shower tray up, and obviously we just didn't want any other problems to happen again. So we actually went and collected we got it delivered this time. So initially they said they were going to deliver it at 10 AM. I basically was waiting outside at 10 AM. Basically got impatient, ended up ringing up the delivery driver, and he said, oh, I'm really behind. So it was, to be honest, it was practically nearly 11 o'clock by the time it got delivered. So all that morning was completely wasted for me. I could have gone and other things, and now, because we're kind of where it brings us towards the end of the day now, I'm struggling to see where I can go. I'm kind of quite filthy from yesterday's work, and I've got adhesive all over my hands and over my jumper. So really, actually, I need to go and have a wash and put some knackered after trying to get this level. This has turned into another pig of a job. At the minute, I feel like I'm feeling quite down at the minute, I'll be honest. So it kind of feels like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, all on every job that we are doing at the moment. But we keep going, don't we? We keep pushing forward. So customers are now getting a bit frustrated. They want this done because we're actually into the following week now, and this week we're supposed to be in another job. So we've got them expecting us to start these expecting us to finish. So, you know, my dad always said, in this job you'll always have somebody moaning at you, and it is really, really true. So anyway, that's down, and that needs to go off. I don't think we're going to be able to be here tomorrow because again we've got this other job that we need to be on. So I guess, yeah, it's kind of now working it between two jobs. But anyway, that's where we're at the minute. So to be continued. Well, hello everyone. So we are back on this job now. So we're the following week. I've lost track on. I'm trying to juggle too many jobs at the moment, with everything that we're going on. So as you can see, the new tray is in, the one that's not broken, obviously. So we had a bit of an issue trying to get this tray because it's a large tray and it's kind of a non-slip. So it's an 1800 tray by 800 wide, and it's an anti-slip tray because it needs to be. So we couldn't get this one the next day, so we're now the following week. We also tried to get it delivered. We were promised a certain time for delivery. They let us down with that delivery time. So by the time they did come, it was 11 o'clock. So we just lost the whole day. It was like 2 o'clock. So we're now into the following week. We're unfortunately now we're supposed to be on another job, but they're moaning, wanting us there. And it's, yeah, that's what we're dealing with at the minute. I keep saying to everyone, it feels like I'm, you know, one step forward, two steps back. So we're here today. We're going to be putting the panels on. So a bit of process of what we've done so far. So we haven't plasterboarded this. We put plywood on it instead, because we're going to have grab rails and things like that, and they're outly here. So we were thinking, you know, if they're going to be, we didn't want to be drilling into plasterboard and so on. So yeah, we want a good fixing. And I've bought myself a whole box of Obi-Wan. Got my grime mops and my silicone gun there. So it's mainly just putting panels on today. But yeah, so progress. But again, we're juggling way too many things all at once at the moment. It's getting a little bit stressful because I'm also doing smaller jobs as well, either in the morning or after work. Oh, you know, if you're in the trade, you know how it goes. So anyway, progress. Let's keep going. Right, so a little annoying, but thing that you need to make sure you do is just take off any additional kind of areas that can basically cause you a problem with putting anything back. Because obviously, if there's anything behind it, it will, you know, you'll have like a ripple or a bubble in the paneling. So I am now just making sure that there's all these little bits of adhesive. You know, tile adhesive is off, and then also down in this corner. So we're putting a piece of another piece of plywood here because we're basically we've measured it. It's going to fit, you know, there. So to save the panel, you know, dip it in or whatever, it's gonna sit flush. So you know, these are all kind of thought processes. So again, just going to take all these little edges off now, as it's an important thing to do. Okay, right. So that is the other piece of plywood that I've just said. So it's only a thin piece, but what it does is, as you can see, it keeps that bit flush. There's no recess for the bottom of the board to kind of get sucked in or whatever. So that's done. Let's start putting the big full sheets in. Okay, so here we go, a quick progression update. Let me widen the angle. So there we go. So initially me and Joe weren't too sure about the colour, because when you look at it in the catalogue, and then when we got it out of the packaging, we were like, oh, actually we're not sure. But to be honest, now that is in, I don't know what it looks like people watching it, but standing here, it looked really, really nice. We've ended on the edge there with the gold trim. So little tip for anyone that is doing any of this paneling: when you're joining the middle, put some silicone in the middle there, and then as you push it in, and it kind of creates like an invisible white line that you can see it, but they never really go but close together anyway. But it hides that, but it also creates like another waterproof barrier. And again, I've kind of done that down the edge on this one, but I'm really happy with that. We've just got the last panel to put up here. Another tip as well, which I knew when I was buying, is always get more silicone than you need. I bought 12 here, and in all honesty, it's probably been 3 per panel. Whether people do less than that, I want it to stick. I want to do a good job. I think we'll be all right, but I think we'll be okay for today. But obviously, I've got silicone up to do and everything tomorrow, so I will need more silicone. But yeah, what does everybody think? I think that looks nice. Again, the customer didn't. She hates that. She thinks it looks like a public toilet. So hopefully it doesn't. This is what we've chosen. But again, things can look different in the catalogue. Fingers crossed they like it. I really like it, and I think they'll be happy. Hopefully it'll stop them moaning at us, because they're not happy at the minute, because like I say, it should have been done last week, but we're on to this week. But as my dad always said, there'll always be somebody that I'll shout and moan at with this job. So anybody that's thinking about being a plumber, take that into mind. But yeah. Right, so another top tip. So if a shower's going to leak, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be from beyond the back where it comes through the wall. So what we've always done is always put silicone around, so when the shower goes back, you'll have a seal. So so this is kind of stage 1, and I'll show you another bit of what I do in a minute. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, as I push those fittings on, the silicone has kind of oozed out around, so it also acts to kind of grab the shower as well. But so now when I put these on, we're going to have a nice seal basically. You see that it's coming around the edges there, so that's going to be like, completely watertight, so we're going to have no problems at all, which is obviously what we want. We don't want to be coming back to jobs, do we? So, and as you can see with this one, again, it's coming, oozing out around as I'm screwing this back. Just need both hands, but I'll show you in a minute with the shower on. Right, so we are quickly approaching the end of the day. I do want to try and get to the merchants before they close. Let me widen the angle here. So I'm back on Team Positive today. We've done really well. This is kind of the finished product, as you can see. Trimmers on the end there. All the panels are done. It's just I've just had a complete clear up and wipe down. I was going to silicone up to not just kind of go around the bottom and round over, but I'm going to do it all tomorrow. The screen is being delivered about 10 or 11 tomorrow, so I've got enough time, I think, to kind of to silicone up. I'm also going to go to the merchants now to try and get some grab rails. I'm just going to randomly grab like 6 because maybe there and I don't know, wherever. But something amazing about this this shower that that the merchants got us. It actually multi-functional, I can't remember what word I'm trying to say, but it also works as a grab rail as well. So that is absolutely solid, and it's heavy and very durable. But you can see it's quite a long rail. So again, so it's not just a rail for the hose or the head to be on, but it also is a grab rail as well, which is amazing. So really happy that we put plywood on the back of there. We were thinking plastic, we'll get some plasterboard, but then we're thinking no, because we need a strong fixing. So really happy we've done that. Again, it's gone really well today, so I'm happy. Also tomorrow I need to change the internals on this toilet and the other one. This one just takes ages to fill. You flush it and it's just going on for ages, so I'm not going to do it, and it's loud, and also the handles stick here. So productive day. I think we will hit the deadline, so we're Friday tomorrow, so we can get this done, and then hopefully we can get onto all the other jobs and get done. So see you tomorrow. Okay, we are back in Kenilworth today. We're now putting accessories in. We have got one end shower screen, I guess. a grab rail, we've got a seat that folds down, and again this also acts as like a grab rail, and we've finally got one as well that right next to the seat. I would like to put another one in, but at the minute the owners here don't want to have they don't want it to look too cluttered in there, but I think it needs perhaps another horizontal one here. So because there's going to be a piece of glass here, we're going to step in. I think it's going to be a bit of a reach to go over there, but I'm going to put that to them in a minute. We can always add them at a later date, but that's where we're at the moment. So yeah. Okay, we've got another top tip. So we're about to put the other screen in, but so what we've done is obviously I've got my holes. This is into wood, so I'm not going to drill these. It's going to go straight into the wood that's behind. But silicone the bottom, and then this is the back of the frame. So when I screw in, it's going to make a seal behind the back of the screen here. I'll show you this one. So it's going to make a seal on the bottom there, so no water will go in. It's also going to make a water seal all the way up, as you can see. And then afterwards, when I'm cleaned up, I then will go over again and silicone. The amount of times I go to screens and I'm able to just pull them off the wall because they don't silicone behind, they'll only silicone here, and water gets in. And especially at the bottom, water will always kind of find a way out. You'll probably go to some screens where you'll see kind of, where's my finger, kind of water kind of coming out the gaps there, and that's why unfortunately a lot of people don't know how to install screens, bath screens, shower screens like we were taught by our dad, and again other plumbers. I think a lot of people just now cut way too many corners, so it's another professional thing that we do. Just wait for my brother to get off the phone. We've had non-stop phone calls today. You can tell it's Friday. Everything always happens, doesn't it? So right, so we're nearly there. Okay, so continuing the top tips. So as you can see, now as that's been fixed to the wall, all that silicone kind of oozes out and kind of makes a seal, I guess, all the way around. So if you can imagine where water could possibly get, it would come out the edges of the screens here. So as you can see, it's not going to on ours. And then another thing that we do is we put, it's not going to stay focused, is it? But as you can see, we put another bit of silicone inside there. So as we push the glass in again, there's yet another seal, and then I will silicone around the glass as it's all pushed in. So that's how we do a professional job. Okay, so while Joe is just doing some finishing off touches in the bathroom, I'm going to be changing the insides of this toilet because, oh, can you believe it? So what's happening is these are sticking down, so the handles aren't coming back up, and the other one is just taking ages to fill, but this one is also. So we're obviously changing them all for the Viva parts, because I'll show you the flushing mechanism on that one. Although it's actually got this nice wide handle, it doesn't stick. This one, honestly, it does. I'm not just making it up. So anyway, I'll just turn the water off. Let's crack on. All components all changed to Viva. Flushes quickly and fills, doesn't make a noise. I'll show you in a minute why I like these little handles, but from Viva, but they're so basically you can flush it with a pinky, but it will go up for number one and down for a full flush. But I don't think anybody does the up flush. But yeah, that's it. So now let's show you the main pay-per-view. Okay, so I've just done the other toilet, and as you just saw, I tried to video the handle stick in, And would you believe, I didn't video this one because this one wasn't in it, but there you go. So this one sticks. That's where it should be. And well, there you go, now it's loose again, but they're sticking down there, so the people want them replacing. But this one's really loud and takes forever to fill up, so this is another reason why we're doing this one. So let's crack on. Right, so I know I talk about toilets a lot. I actually enjoy them as a job. It was kind of a job that I did as an apprentice quite a lot, and I just got good at them really. The key is patience, believe it or not. So got quite a lot of room on this one. If you've seen other ones that I've done, definitely don't have any room. But what I like about Viva and changing the parts. So you can see here we've got plastic threads for tightening on the old toilet. I don't do anything plastic really. It's just you know, threads can skip, and trying to get a seal just doesn't work out. So what we've got is we've got these McAlpine easy bolts, because I just don't want any issues. And then again we've got a plastic shank here. So what that means is really, so because we've got metal there, you will always be able to tighten up that tighter than what you have here. So obviously you only got the rubber washer that's inside the flex, but it's even happened to me. You kind of just tighten up that little bit too much sometimes, and you can cross thread, and then you can't go back once you've over tightened on plastic, unlike the brass shanks that come with Viva. And I'll talk a little bit more in a minute, because I had some criticism again the other day. So let me just open this package up. Okay, this is the fill valve, so there you can see the brass shank, but I had some criticism the other day where somebody said, no, you can't change this from the top. Yes, you can. There are two types that you can get. This is the type where basically, if I could try and do this one-handed, that comes off, and there we go. So, a minute. There you go. So that can go all the way up until you push that up too far, and it'll pop out. But there you go. So this one can be adjusted and swapped, I guess. You would leave this base in and then remove that from the top. So there, I was right. Okay, so here are the parts all in place. Like I say, brass shank, so we're not going to cross thread that on plastic. And these bolts, I do always silicone these in because I don't want to have any problems. So let's get this back in. And here we go. So this is the completed job, and if I must say, we are ourselves over the moon with it. But the daughter's just been and kind of seen what we've achieved, and with her daughter as well. So we work for the entire family really. But yeah, everyone's very impressed with what we've done. So again, we did go for the other grab rail because we kind of thought it was a bit too much of almost like a swing to get to the end. So, and to be honest, even I've been using these, getting up and around, siliconing and so on. It's such an effort. So grab rail, and we've got seat. Now we wanted to keep it kind of how it is, because so the gentleman at the moment, it's more for him, but he's not there yet. It's kind of a future kind of thing that could, you know, eventually over the years. Although, so it's kind of made to, you know, it doesn't necessarily need these items at the moment. Although we're kind of shuffling around, and so on. So a little after thing I know we were talking about. So again, these are the little things that I do. Like I say, I'll go over again, siliconing around, so that's almost been like triple layered, so that's never going to leak there for me unless I've got a problem with the pipe work. Again, we're siliconed all the way down and around, and really I don't know what else I could really say to kind of spice it up. But yeah, we're really happy. It's kind of quite hard when you're trying to blend two parts of something. We didn't want it looking alien to kind of how it previously was, but yeah, we're really happy and over the moon with that. I guess we've also again fixed the toilets. There's the other one that you've kind of that one was on, but what I absolutely love about these as well, so even with my little pinky, look, it's able to give a full flush on the toilet, and again it gosh, that's a very heavy lid to do one-handed. So annoyingly, well, not annoyingly because you wouldn't have heard me talk, but that was so loud filling up, this toilet was. So now again it's more silent. That would have woke me up in the middle of the night if that was me. It would have drove me mad. And also it'll probably fill up in any minute now. So that's it. I guess new disability converted shower area. So we took out a bath in Kenilworth. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.